Welcome back here for the main stage event. Is SMM Grand National DOTA Tournament 2010. Stars Bobby going up against NirvanaMY. A couple of hitches early on. DR is now on, and we can now roll ourselves off. All pick mode is where we are going to go into, and the players will pick up their heroes. We'll have a very, very quick recap of who is what when everyone actually gets started. Of course, this is myself, Tobi Kenobi, here with the lovely Killy Milkies. It is her birthday today as well, so big happy birthday goes to my lovely co-commentator as we will be going out into this match. So let's run through for SB, playing for the Sentinel side. Venomancer, Furion, Rasta, Batrider, as well as Tidehunter, jumping over towards the Scourge. We would actually have Lion, Visage, Sven, Medusa, as well as Vengeful Spirit.
Okay, GLH having actually between the players right there. Probably gonna see some laning soon. 1-1-3 again, right? Not much different there. Talk to the players about it before. They said, since there's 3 players in 1 lane, it's important to keep up to speed. You have to have really good teamwork to know what each other are doing. But the other 2 lanes also have to keep out the pressure by trying their best to make sure that they win their lane. So every lane is so important. It's gonna have so much action. Look at the pick of the Sentinel team. They are going for an early game for sure.
Yeah, it's just where you actually want to go. Because the lanes will actually pull out, and they will all be revealed about 43 seconds time when it actually see the creep waves spawn themselves out. This is that early part of the game when you go, okay, where are we going to try and push ourselves out? What item builds do we want to go? Obviously, with the lineup you've actually got, Fury is just one of those amazing gangers to actually lock people in place. Rasta, look for him to actually go for the solo mid. He's awesome when you get his wards up, but you've got to get him up to level 6 and then really try and push with him too. The rest of the support, it'll be interesting to see how they actually try and play Venomancer, if he goes aggressive, if he doesn't, if they try and actually go for the push off this one. Nirvana will also be interesting to see if they try and go aggressive too. They've got awesome stunners through their lineup. Of course, you've got Lion level 2, you have Hex and Stun. Then you have Sven as well. He's got his massive AoE stun that can come out as well. Visage, generally the one that's getting babysat, and well, he just pumps out the DPS while it all goes off.
The creeps have started moving out, and we can tell you what lanes they are going to go soon. Looking at the first few basic items, of course, it will be the same. The bans were pretty interesting, though. Yeah,
actually going through a slow line, just having a bit of a look around. Our crew waves are finally actually going to come out here. Rasta with an awesome block there on the middle lane. Brings the Scourge wave right in range of that tower. So we're not going to see who the Scourge hero is, but Rasta is going to be there on the solo mid. Jump ourselves down towards the bottom lane. The creep wave's now hitting there. And Medusa, Yamatar will be down there on the bottom lane for the Scourge side. Jump up towards the top. Visage and VS showing themselves up already up there on the top. Batrider, Venom. So there's your tri-lane peoples. You got yourself Batrider, Tidehunter, Venomancer, and that's for the Sentinel side right now. Go up towards the towards NirvanaMY. Visage still having a bit of a good time there, and maybe even think about initiating. There's still no spells actually going to come out. No abilities want to be fired off just yet. Level 1, you want to try and actually get your timing right. Get up to level 2 as fast as you possibly can.
Ouch, Furon is like being really aggressive on Yamate at the bottom lane. In the middle lane, of course, you have the Lion up against the Rasta. Pretty interesting to see because both of them have a lot of disable spells.
Actually, it's actually really cool too, the amount of extra base damage you actually get from that Furion. So just watch him very carefully to keep that continuous harassment going on the Medusa. Medusa, of course, does have that Mystic Snake allowing you to farm from range, so she doesn't have to get herself too close. It's just the right time to actually move yourself down. So keep your eyes peeled for that one too. Top lane, still actually not wanting to actually fire off just yet. We've still got one hero who's been missing the entire time, because that is Sven with VS and Visage having a crack up there on the top lane. In fact, now the entire SB side is missing from the lineup. Venomancer showing himself from around the side of the trees right now with Visage as well as VS. Just hugging that tier 1 tower. Doesn't want to really do much more there. And well, there's got to be some sort of initiation coming out from one of these teams right now, especially when you look at it from the NirvanaMY Malaysia side. They really want to make a mark here on the Stars Bubble lineup on the top lane.
I think the Rasta and the Lion are both going for the same item. They are going to want to go for the dagger so they can help engage and initiate engage earlier. We're probably going to see bottom lane. Well, you do see the Furon going out against the Medusa. Medusa just have to, survive until she's going to be stronger than the Furon, because currently, of course, the Furon will be strong.
Oh, Visage, a little bit of trouble coming up on the top lane. Fury's actually TPing in right on top of this one as well. We'll lock him in place. Visage should go down. Still a chicken on the way through. There goes the Hex. First blood does go off. Might be a second one as well. Venomancer's in a bit of trouble. Sven trying to run himself back out there with the haste on top of him. He should get himself away. And yes, we will see the fall back through. But first blood goes out there to Stars Bobber. great timing there by SB as well, just knowing when to actually TP out of that bottom lane, being involved in that. We'll get him a little bit more too. They can push this tower too while they're in the neighborhood. Raw goes off from VS. Splash there from Tidehunter trying to push this event back on the top lane. TP support coming in. SB know they're in over the heads. Fall back past the tower. The creep wave's almost going to die too. And Visage does rejoin that top lane. Still 4 heroes here from SB, ready to push this top tower. This is leaving a Medusa to free farm in the bottom lane, and we all remember what happened in our last game for a farm up Medusa. In fact, now Trendon's actually coming out. There's the forces of nature coming from the Furion. They want to attack this tower as long as they can. And look at this, even Visage being pushed back here. Splash goes off. They're going to dive it. The roll goes off. They've actually dropped the armor too. Thailand's on the back run, and there's a creep wave there. They can't keep that too low levels. They will actually die from that one, but they can keep this pressure on the top lane. Not for too much longer though, or else that Medusa, as we're seeing right now on the bottom lane, farming up and pushing out, and here comes the Furion TP.
Well, the Furion has to be, really careful, because if he needs to run lane to help his teammates, because they're playing early game. They want to try to take down the towers. But the thing is, the Medusa, if you let him free run, especially when Yamate is playing the Medusa, you really don't want to let her be open. But they're playing early game. What can they do in the middle lane? Rasta does already have the bottle, so he's gonna be pretty stable there.
Yeah, Rasta's going to be very, very good. He'll just keep on spamming it up. Because if Rasta does get in trouble, he's got the Hex up his sleeve too. And we're going to call for a wait again. Looks like we've got an issue here with Ice's computer. His Razer logo has dropped across his screen. Now's the problem. Problem is now being removed here. We'll go for a save game, in fact, and we'll also go straight after. It's one way to remove the problem, actually literally just rip it off the monitor.
Yeah. Okay, we're
going
to go resume.
The call to go, we'll hit the resume game. The boys didn't want to do it, I'll do it. All right. Bottom lane, let's have a look at Furion right now. Obviously, Furion, he did have to lead that bottom lane for a little bit. Yamata will actually be farming up a little bit more on that bottom lane. Obviously, Furion, though, being involved in that kill on the top lane, gets him the first blood, but also actually gets him the XP from it too. So he's not too far behind on the levels. Medusa, obviously, you hit level 6. It's not a massive thing with Medusa. Like, she can go for the Stone Gaze, but more than likely, we'll level up the shield, we'll level up the stats maybe a little bit more, or even just go Mystic Snake. Obviously, that's the biggest weapon she has in her arsenal. So we'll just see that go up there. And, Furion's going to keep that pressure on that bottom lane.
It's really interesting at the top lane, all 3 heroes can slow. Of course, the Vino has his Venom, and then, you have the Gush from the Tidehunter, and you also have the Tar from the Bat Rider. So, but the thing is, the VS has to really be really smart when he's in the forest trying to support his Visage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, supporting Visage is actually a lot easier when you're actually running this tri-lane on the top. It has been a pretty hard time right now. Both teams know it's been happening. It's just like there's been no pooling happening whatsoever on the top lane. The creep waves have been progressing normally, and it's a lot harder here for Sven to try and actually give Visage a little bit more room up there on the top. SB just really staying on top of it right now. And now back towards the mid lane too. Rasta, he's almost up to level 6 right now. Lion's to be very, very careful when this happens as well. Fork Lightning goes out. A couple more hits, and he might actually get it too. Lion actually wants to be a little bit more aggressive. HY moving forward too. Of course, Rasta as well as Lion, 2 big heroes too, Kelly. The second they hit level 6, the wards from Rasta, and then of course the finger from Lion, it can deal enough damage to bring down Rasta.
Yeah, I mean, Lion is being really careful. Both of them are just like trying to outplay each other by last hitting.
Oh, look at him go. He wants the ward trap. He so wants that ward trap. Will he get it? He's diving the tower. Furion's coming. He's TP'd up the high ground. Great impale on the blind side. Comes on through. Will they still get him? In he comes now. The finger goes off. Trying to bring him down. Oh, he's no, he goes back in. The tower gets him. Furion's in trouble. Lion turns around. HY's going to go for Furion. Turning himself around. Running the Trinity. Trying to lock Furion. Trying to lock the Lion in place. He's still getting damage, high base damage, now locks him inside the trees. Impale stun, doesn't hit Furion, he continues to hit on top of the line, pushing him back. Plague Ward's also now coming into the lane. venomous has joined in. What happened?
He was saving that stun. He was saving the stun in case there was any, backup. He knew that might have been a backup.
Still trouble on the top, still trouble on the top!
Oh, they done a Bat Rider.
Bye-bye, Bat Rider, bye-bye.
Bat Rider and Tidehunter did get taken out at the top lane while the Lion was busy, outplaying Stars Boba in the middle lane. Great play there by HY.
This is the game I was expecting. Now even top lane. Visage almost going down there on top lane. 45 HP. Rasta still walking himself around. Low HP. Sven's around. Sven wants to come in. Furion TP. Rasta's still alive. Sven's coming in. One hit. Doesn't get it. Fork Lightning. Sven will go down. The TP from Furion just at the right time. 3 to 4. 2 down from the Scourge to 1 down from the Sentinel right now. Furion keeping the pressure. He's already taken out that tier 1 tower on the mid. Now the bottom lane as well. Medusa still farming up there. Bat Rider after dying has gone down towards the bottom lane. Pressure will still be applied, but both teams going head on head.
engagements going off everywhere. They do know that, you know, like we said, Stars Over is aiming for an early game, so they have to try to catch, have to try to take down those towers. Level 1 tower at the top lane is probably going to go down. Trian from the Furon are like causing so much damage. Lion is gone from lane, so nowhere to be found. Middle lane is free farm. Medusa is doing really well at the bottom lane.
Yeah, just keeping that farm up. There goes the tower on the top lane. Fury manages to actually remove that one. Support from Thailand hanging around. Thailand almost up to level 6 as well. When he gets that one too, that's going to be another thing for NirvanaMY to actually worry about. That Ravage is so good. And now we will actually see the TP does go out. Going into the different lanes right now. Sven, will he actually catch up? Oh, there's the Roar. They're going to go for Thailand. Stormbolt goes up, trying to hold him in place. Magic Missile will do the same. Visage got to do the DPS. Thailand Splash goes out. Is there more support coming in? He's going into the Goblin shop. The support still coming through. Fog of War. He's running down low. What an escape from the Tidehunter. Plague the War's coming in now. Ned Force back.
Bottom lane. Oh, he was going to take it now, but you know, he did TP away straight away. The Lion just is like, goodbye. Medusa does survive that. Great play there by the Tidehunter.
Great play by the time to actually avoid that. Use the fog of war. A little bit of miscommunication coming out here from Nirvana Malaysia. Surprising to see that from them. Instead of one actually running down, they all ran through the top side into that Goblin shop. They didn't get the block off. And Tidehunter, he's a big man to move himself around, trying to actually escape it out from there, and didn't actually come off in the end. But still, Tidehunter lives to fight another day. Lives to get another level 2. Bottom lane really being pushed out here by SB2. Rasta wards are dropped. This tier 1 tower will go down. No Glymph will save you. Medusa, there's nothing else she can do but sit back there and try and go for the deny. Doesn't get it off there, and that tower will go down. All tier 1 towers down now for the Scourge side. 8 minutes and 57 seconds into it. We'll see another save game 2 coming out right now, just to actually save the moment.
This is exactly what the Vietnam team want. They want to push in, they want to be aggressive, they want to take down all the towers, and then probably do a final push in the middle lane, try to take down all 3 reactors, mega creep them, and NirvanaMY will just have to turtle. They want to force them in a situation where they have to be compromised, they have to be afraid of them.
Yeah, you really do. And like Nirvana, there's got to be a way to actually really try and lock this team in place. H1 needs to roam a little bit more too. He has been trying to do it so much. Same with Sven, but Sven roaming up even more too. He drops down the levels. And we've seen it so many times already on the main stage when Sven is picked. If he just doesn't get involved in those games, if they don't get the kills off, he finds himself under-leveled and just basically finds himself completely useless in the battles later on. Forced to farm the neutrals and stay out of the lanes, which then allows the opposition to have a little bit more freedom. We just noticed also too, Tidehunter hits level 6 in the middle too, so be careful of that Ravage. It is now available and on the field right now too, so yes, gank central can come up, especially for the big group ganks.
You're going to see a lot of catching from both teams because all their support heroes are like catching heroes, not more like in lane supporters, but more like catching. Level 6 on Tidehunter, he will need to get the dagger, come in with a blink Ravage. That will cause a lot of trouble for the opponent team. They have to put themselves in a good position in every engagement.
Yeah, that it will, because he is one of those great guys. For now, though, it will take a while before he can farm at that 2150. But actually, Shadow Shaman deciding to push this middle lane ahead.